Hey, so I know we all want to handle things perfectly, and we just don't. We can't handle every situation perfectly. We wish we could, and sometimes we wish we could have do-overs, but we can look at other people's situations and maybe think of how we might handle something differently. So we're going to talk about this a little bit. Um, these four things happened the other day at work. It was all four completely different situations, even kind of opposite situations, but different scenarios, four different people. So, anyway, we can look at this and see, maybe how we could handle it differently so it would be better for the person who we're interacting with and better for ourselves. We'll go through them all and then just I'll swing back around and we'll talk about how we could handle it differently. I walk up to my table. I'm at work. So I walk up to my table and the lady says, "Hey, there's a homeless guy out front. And, that's unacceptable." I'm like, "Okay." And she's like, "So you need to get a manager and maybe they need to call the police. But he's out there counting money and stuff and change, and he needs to go. And nobody wants to see that when they're coming in to eat." I'm like, "Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, I'll definitely get a manager involved and, they'll handle it." A few minutes later, I'm walking into the kitchen and the phone rings and somebody answers the phone and the person on the line tells her, "Hey, there's a homeless guy out front," and I gave him a $20 bill so we can eat some food. We're like, "Oh my God, thank you. That's so nice." He says, "Yeah, so I'm gonna need one of you to go out and get his order." And we're like, "Well, no, he'll come in, if he wants to order food, we're not gonna go out." And he's like, "No, I need you to go out and get his order. I have informed him that that money is to be used for only food at your restaurant. So I'm gonna need somebody to go out there so he doesn't spend the money on anything else." And we're like, "Okay, yeah, definitely, we'll go right out." A minute later, 10 minutes later maybe, I walk out to my table and I'm like picking up plates, anything that I can clear off the table. And the guy says to me, "Hey, I'm gonna need you to fix your mask." And I'm like, "I mean, it's on, like I have it on." And he's like, "Yeah, but it's not supposed to be at the tip of your nose. It's supposed to be at the top of your nose. So like that kind of." And I'm like, I pull my mask up. It's fine. He goes on about, his wife is in poor health. I know I understood everything clearly because they didn't have masks on. So I didn't miss any words. I pull my mask up, pick up dirty dishes on a few tables. I'm walking back into the kitchen and there's like a line of people walking by. And I'm just waiting, tray full of dishes, my hands full of more dishes. And as this line of people is walking by, this lady is walking up to me, starts saying something loudly about she's surrounded by sheep in mass and she wished she wouldn't be living in a country where she's surrounded by idiots who can't think for themselves. And as she's walking across in front of me, as I'm just waiting, she says, "You need to have an independent thought in your own mind. You need to think about what you do before you just follow rules and think about the consequences." Anyway, she gets over her tirade, walks away, goes to pay. I go and take care of my dishes. So those are the four things. Four things. And we're just going to go back through them and see how you or I might handle something differently. Okay? So the first one, really, we're going to start with that one because it's the easiest. You see something that maybe isn't wrong, but it's annoying. You don't want to see it. Okay. So what you can do is just really mind your business. It's the easiest one. Everybody can do it. Um, just mind your business. Keep walking. You don't need to say anything. You don't need to do anything. Just mind your business. The second one is a little bit harder because you have invested something in it, whether it's time in the situation, money. You know, you want the best thing to be able to happen. So if you're worried that somebody might not handle a situation the way that you think it should be handled, in this situation, you could give your money, go to your car, get your phone out, and then call your mom and let her know you need a little encouragement because you're really working on minding your own business. Okay? I know it's a little harder because it takes an extra step, but it's worth it. Okay? So, first one, mind your business. Second one, just make a phone call if you need to, and then mind your own business. Okay? The third thing is a little more difficult because in this situation, I was wearing my mask incorrectly. Someone might be doing something inaccurately, and you know the accurate way for them to be doing it. I'm not saying he was wrong, that my mask should have been up here and not here. It is true. So in that situation, if you're not the boss, you can delicately, if someone is approaching you in a situation that might be inaccurate, might not be, but it definitely is, okay? Mind your business. Sometimes it's just not our place to say something, and we might have to suck that pride in, but we just probably need to do it. Just mind your business, okay? The last one is a little bit more tricky just because it does involve something that you find maybe morally wrong. Whether it is someone saying something, doing something, wearing something, listening to music, something that you don't like, and it maybe repulses you, and it's maybe wrong. You don't think they should be doing it at all. In this situation, sometimes we do need to stand in our truth, take a deep breath, and then mind our own business. Okay? If you need a Bible verse for that one, it's in Hezekiah. It's 3:16. Kind of like you can remember it because it's John 3:16. It's a real important verse. Hezekiah 3:16. Mind your business. Okay? It will help the person you're interacting with feel better because guess what? They'll just go along with their happy life. They won't even know you're upset. Okay? It'll also help you because you will just take a deep breath, keep going, and after 15 seconds, you're not going to remember because you minded your own business. Look, see? It's so good. I know I've thrown a lot at you today. So many things. 4, actually. But I know you can do it. And if you really don't think you can, just pick one. You can just pick one. Just pick the first one. It's the easiest. It's just something that annoys you. You don't have to pick the hardest thing where something is what you find morally repugnant or something. Just pick something easy, something you don't like, and just keep going. Just mind your business. See, everybody can do it. If you start at the easy one, then when you practice, you can move up. Save the video. That way you don't have to worry about, I'm going to forget number 4 by the time I get through 1 through 3. It's going to be okay. The first one is mind your business, okay? That's really all you have to remember. You can watch the video later if you forget. But anyway, so that's what I'm going to say. We can all make everything a little bit easier if we all just mind our own business. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. Follow me for more tips and tricks. I have so many things, you guys. Like, even just this video, 4 ways you can easily help everyone around you and yourself. So, okay, anyways, thank you. Toodles.